Let's
state. And it kind of is of a piece. A lot of travel is down into the United States from around the world. It feels like there's been reputational damage.
The country's doing great.
Well,
prices are down.
Not the tourism.
Gasoline's down. Energy's down. Tourism is going to be way up. Wait till you see the numbers. The tourism is way up.
Not now.
Now Canada, tourism's doing very well. We're doing very well. We're doing very well. Wait till you see the real numbers come out in 6 months from now. Wait till you see the numbers.
But do you think, I'm going to ask you, if I may, do you think that...
So another city is finding out about the fuck around find out, and no other than the city of Las Vegas, Nevada. You can basically go out on the street and see that the crowds have reduced quite a bit. And I will tell you the reason for this is because we've lost the tourism. Did you know Las Vegas bring in tens of thousands of people a week from foreign countries? And they come in, go to the shows, eat food, spend money in the casinos, and hotel lodging, all of that, bringing in multi-millions of dollars. Well, folks, they've quit coming. Bookings are down in the hotels. The airlines are not having every flight full, which, trust me, I know I'm in the airline industry. They're not full going to Las Vegas. That's unusual. So Las Vegas is going to be another direct victim of Donald Trump putting his tariff on products and making people scared to come to the United States, thinking they might not be able to get out and they might have been in prison in some foreign country. But welcome to the club, Las Vegas.
But foreign tourists are increasingly setting their sights elsewhere. Let's take a look at international tourism by the numbers. Following tariff announcements against our neighbor to the north, flight reservations from Canada to the U.S. are down 70% through September compared to last year. That's according to OAG Aviation Worldwide. Plus, U.S. summer bookings by European tourists have fallen by 25%.
Gee, I wonder why. I feel like pretty much we're like that one crazy neighbor on the street, and then everyone else on that street does not like us. Yeah, that's the orange guy in the office. It's like, when you jokingly threaten to take over other countries, such as Canada and Greenland, and then also the Panama Canal, people are not going to take it lightly. Also, when you decide to try to tariff everyone, people are not going to be happy about that. And with tourism pretty much taking a hit in this country, the entire hospitality industry is going to feel it. Along with the potential of that 245% tariff on China, that hospitality industry is going to take a hit because I'm pretty sure a lot of stuff that they use in the hotels and in the casinos and like pretty much anywhere, a lot of it probably comes from China.
More travel warnings issued. What that means, it is going to kill tourism. Tourism trickles through to a state's entire economy. We are now the most hated country in the world.
One look at the Pier 39 Sea Lion crowds in San Francisco Sunday, and you'd never know that there were actually huge drops in tourism across the state of California in February and March. This Visit California graph shows that there was actually a 15.5% drop from Canadians alone. But it's not just tariffs and immigration enforcement that has impacted the state.
Then you have the devastating wildfires in Los Angeles. And then you have all this tension, the trade tariff tension.
This Visit California graph shows that declines in California non-residents visiting actually started last year, then took a huge dive in both February and March. I talked with two different Canadians, both of whom were hesitant when it came to speaking on camera over fears that it could create problems for them going through customs. In fact, one told me had they not already booked their trip to San Francisco, they probably wouldn't have come.
This is incredibly concerning because, guys, the World Cup is next year. It's next summer. For those that don't know, we are sharing the World Cup with Mexico and Canada, and we are currently fighting with both of them. Are people even going to come? Will people even take the risk of coming? Why would anybody take the risk of coming here and then maybe having a little bit too much fun, drinking a little bit, and instead of, maybe just going tonight for a prison and then being let out with a fine, you're going to find your ass in El Salvador? Why would anybody want to come here?
Wow. Breaking news. The Venetian Palazzo, which has been under a $1.5 billion renovation, they just did some layoffs. So from what I'm reading, Apollo Global, management operator of Venetian, which is right over there, Palazzo, is slashing staff as a cost-cutting measure. The layoffs have been described as extensive and are happening across departments. It has affected at least 2 top executives who have been at the Venetian Palazzo for decades. Isn't that a shame, man? Unbelievable. What's going on, Palazzo? What's going on, Venetian? You shouldn't have done that $1.5 billion remodel if you're just going to fire people. You know, it's tough out here, man. I'm sure those execs are fine, but, you know, the average worker, man, that's not cool.
Swing states that foolishly went red are entering the find out stage right now. The #1 city for tourism in this country is Las Vegas, Nevada. And maybe they should have thought their votes through a little bit more before they elected a man whose policy makes the entire world hate us and makes all travelers want to avoid us. I have seen dozens of videos posted here on TikTok of people walking the strips and through the hotels, and it looks like a ghost town there. On top of that, the MGM Grand has started layoffs. Just like all the Midwest farmers who voted for Trump and are now going bankrupt due to his terrible policies, a city and state that relies solely on tourism should not have voted for a man who said that we don't need the rest of the world and that America first. It just seems like common sense would tell you that that kind of rhetoric would not be good for foreign tourism business. The fact that all of these states that swung red for Trump are getting hit the hardest is the greatest example of karmic, poetic justice I can think of during my lifetime.
Work out very
Do
easily.
you think some people are scared to come here because they hear the stories of tourists who are detained for a few days or even a week or 2?
No, we treat our tourists great. We're the tourism capital of the world. There's no place like this. And there may be a little bit of nationalism, but I doubt it. I actually doubt it, yeah.
Really? We in the United States treat our tourists well under Donald Trump? Is that why multiple Europeans in the past couple of months who visited from Great Britain or Germany and other countries have been detained, arrested while vacationing here? Is that really Donald Trump's definition of treating tourists well? Really? Tourism from European countries to the United States, which makes our country a lot of money, has plummeted because of Donald Trump and his immigration policies. He has to own that. And his whole, it's no problem at all, we're the tourism capital of the world, is just a lie. It is a problem. It is hurting companies. It is hurting the United States. As a reminder, I post on YouTube, Instagram, Substack, and more. The link is in my bio. It'd mean a lot if you check it out.